Everyone, Autumn here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do my weekly wrap up for January week 3. I read a total of 9 books this week. I was off for the week, so I was able to read a lot. Also, live sprints run by Jade, Molly, Steph. Really help throughout the week and watching those. So if you're not subscribed to them, I'll leave those channels down below. But they do a lot of live sprints, and that really does help. So yes. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the Antology Eye Candy. I am giving this Antology 4 out of 5 stars. I rated 3 of them 4 stars and 2 of them 3 stars. And this is an anthology dealing with Halloween. So it's all about Halloween. So I read The Falling Crest Nightmares last week, which I talked about, which is the first novella in this. And then this week I read So Much More by Jay Daniels. That is book 5 in the, or 5.5 in the Alabama Summer series. And you get a chapter of all the couples in that series. So I gave that 4 out of 5 stars. Then we have Getting Down by Helena Hunting, which this is 1.5 in the Shacking Up series. So you get like more from the couple from the first one, Ruby, and I forget what his name is. Ruby, and it's like a weird name, but I really like the name. Oh yeah, Bangkok. And then you get Amy, who is the second book. And I enjoyed this. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. And then I read Unsafe Haven by Bella Jewell. And this was the first book by Bella Jewell that I've read. This was a standalone. This one deals with abuse, so just be aware that the main character, Jade, left her abusive husband and works at a shelter-ish thing. And then Oliver, who is like the handyman, it's their story. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. And then The Pumpkin Was Stuffed by Tara Savick. This is book 5 in the holiday series. This follows Noelle and Sam. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I need to pick up more books by Tara. That was also my first book by that author. But overall, 4 out of 5 stars for this anthology. And then for Ribsack, which I'm participating in, my first book was Shattered by Rachel Van Dyken. This is book 3 in the Seaside series. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. I listened to this on audio from Audible Plus. This is a continuation of Alec and Nat's story, and I enjoyed it. I'm not going to tell you too much other than it's 2 brothers who moved to Seaside, Oregon. They both have drug problems, so there are some things mentioned, drug use mentioned in here. And they're both musicians, and it's their story. 3 out of 5 stars. And then I read Forever, which is 3.5 in the Seaside series. And this is the last book from Alec and Nat. And this was book 2 in Ribsack. And 3.5. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. Also listen to this on audio from Audible Plus. Then we have Fall by Rachel Van Dyken. This is book 4 in the Seaside series. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars and probably my favorite book in the series. This follows Jameson, who is a movie star, famous movie star, and he did something, I forget, and his publicist sends him to Seaside, Oregon to lay low for a few months, and then he meets Priscilla, who you meet in Forever, and it's their story. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars and listened to this on audio from Audible Plus. Really like this one. And then I read Strung by Rachel Van Dyken. I should also mention this was book number 3 for Ribsack. And then I read Strung by Rachel Van Dyken. This is a prequel / book number 5 or 6, depending on how you look at it. Is it 5? I think it might be 5. No, it's book 5. So, yes. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. This is a prequel. So this is Alex and Dimitri's point of view of the first book, which is Terror. And there's drug abuse mentioned in this one. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. Listen to this on audio from Audible Plus. And number 4 for Ribsack. And then I read The Better Choice by Kirsten Mongillen. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. First book by this author. Loved this book. I'm not going to tell you too much about this book because I feel like it's better not knowing that much. But you follow Bias, who her parents died and she moves to New York. And in New York, she meets 2 guys. She has to figure out which one is the better choice. And 5 out of 5 stars. Love this book. I also did do vlogging of this, reading this. So, all of these actually. Sorry. All of these actually I've had vlogged reading. So, but anyways, yes, those are the books I read. And let me mention the 2 we're reading. The first one is Captured by Rachel Van Dyken. This is book 1 in the Seaside Pictures, which is the spin-off of the Seaside series. I'm really enjoying it. This follows Danny, who is Priscilla's sister, and the aftermath of what happens in the Seaside series, and Lincoln, who is a movie star. I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm only like 120 pages in, so hopefully I can finish this week, but really good so far. And then I am reading Heartbroken by Gabriella G. Also, first book by this author, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So this follows Elaine, and Aaron. They meet in high school. They're both hockey players, and then something happens, and it's like 26 years later. Elaine comes back to her hometown to help take care of her mom who's sick, and it's their story. So it's told from then and now, and I didn't realize this was a 40-plus year old second chance romance, so I'm really enjoying that so far, and I'm liking this. I am like on chapter, I think 10. I'm pretty sure I'm on chapter 10, which is like 82 pages, 81 pages in, so not very far, but I am enjoying this. But those are all of the books I've read and currently reading. If you want a full review on any of these, just let me know. And what are some books that you have read this week? And I'll see you later.